Hey guys, hey, it's Bree here coming at you guys with another video. Today I wanted to go over some tips and tricks that I use to help me get up earlier. So if you've been wanting ways to get up a little bit earlier or even 5 o'clock in the morning, which is what time I get up in the mornings, then hopefully these will help you guys too, because these have helped me immensely. So I like to get up early because, for one, 5 o'clock is like that magical time when it feels like everybody else in the world is sleeping. The world is so quiet, it's just you, and it just, I don't know, there's something about it that I like. And then I love watching the sunrise because it's kind of like the start to your day. So before all the chaos starts, before everything gets going for the day, it's kind of a way to get yourself started and just to get headed in the right direction. It kind of sets your day up for a better way. And also, I don't know, it's just so peaceful and calm at that time. And I love moments where it's peaceful and calm because I like those times. So for me, that is why I wake up super early. First of all, figure out what time you want to wake up. So if it's not 5 o'clock in the morning, maybe it's like 5:30 in the morning, 6 o'clock in the morning, just depending on what time. Maybe it's even 4:30 in the morning. That's great. I had to go and get up at 4:30 in the morning for work when I was a CNA, so I get it, like I understand. So I do have them all written down because otherwise I get off topic way too easily, so I wrote them down for you guys. So with that said, figure out a time that you want to get up, set your alarm clock to that. Whatever your alarm clock is, set your time to that. Know that you're gonna get up at that time, make it that time. Don't set like a 5 o'clock, a 5:30, a 5:35, a 5:40 kind of a thing. Don't do that, because then you're just gonna stay in bed because you know that your alarm's gonna go off at 5:30, 5:35, 5:40, that kind of stuff. So be more organized the night before. The night before you go to bed, you know, lay stuff out, lay your workout clothes, lay out your work clothes, whatever you want to do in the morning, get that stuff going. Pack your lunch, meal prep, all that jazz the night before. So this also helps you, I don't know, it helps you stay more organized. It just kind of helps in a very long roundabout way. So next, I invested in a Philips alarm clock. Now I know this sounds crazy, but it's one of those alarm clocks where it wakes you up by the sunrise. So right before you're supposed to wake up, I think it's like, I don't know, 30 minutes before you wake up, the light starts to come on, and so it naturally wakes you up, which doesn't wake you up in the middle of a REM sleep. For me, I always woke up in the middle of a dream or something like that. Like I would be floating along in a dream, or I'd be talking to somebody in my dream and my alarm would go up. And then it was kind of like I was in this daze in the morning and I was trying to figure out what happened in my dream, all that good jazz. It got me when I was looking on Amazon. I was trying to find ways to wake up earlier, to wake up more naturally, that kind of stuff. And it does, it wakes you up more naturally. So I'm actually awake before the alarm goes off at 5 o'clock. I'm usually like fully awake way before that, and that gives me time to do my morning routine with Sammy, which is give her little belly scratches and a little back massage, you know, just kind of love on her a little bit before we wake up. And then my alarm goes off and I turn it off immediately. I don't hit the snooze button, any of that. I just turn it off and I look at Sammy and we both do this. This is something that I think we started doing a couple months ago, but it really helps us. Well, it helps me. So I look at her and I go, ready, get set, go. And she runs to the end of the bed and waits for me to get out of bed. So once I get out of bed, I make my bed. And Sammy loves, like, it's her favorite time we play because she thinks it's a fun little game. You know, I'm moving blankets and pillows and stuff like that. I make my bed right when I get up because then I'm not tempted to get back into it, and my room looks so much better when my bed is made. I love this pillow, it's one of my favorites. But I have these cute pillows and I have this nice bedspread and all this stuff, so I make it right when I get up and I open up my first set of curtains because I have dark out curtains. So I have one curtain and then I have my blinds. So I open up the curtains at least before I open up the blinds. And that kind of just helps get going, and then I take Sammy outside. So now I'm out of bed, right? So move your phone away from you, and that's also key. If you're anything like me, I will sit there and I will look at my phone for hours before I go to sleep, and the light on the screen is actually not good for your REM sleep. It's not good for your sleeping at all. It's just like falling asleep with the TV. You're not supposed to do that, turns out, right? Didn't know that. move your phone away. So my phone is actually on the other side of my bed, which, believe it or not, I sleep on this side of the bed, and I never ever hit that side of the bed. That side of the bed is always made. It's amazing, right? But so I have to get up and go around to get my phone, and then that way I don't look at Facebook, I don't look at Snapchat, I don't look at Instagram, I'm not looking at any social medias, I'm not going through work emails, I'm not checking out YouTube, that kind of stuff. I literally have to get up to go get my phone, and I turn on some upbeat music. Always turning on music. That's the only thing I do when I get on my phone, is I turn on music. Some people have an app that you have to do to like unlock your phone or whatever when your alarm goes off. That might be another good one, but I don't know. For me, I don't want to do math that early in the morning. So definitely move your phone away from you. And that also goes along with no electronics before bed. No TV, any of that stuff. I read before I go to bed. So I usually find a book that I wanted to read before I go to bed. I like to read at least a chapter, so I just read until my eyes start to get sleepy, and then I fall asleep naturally, which is another nice thing about the Philips alarm clock, is it has a nice light on it that isn't too bright. I mean, you can make it brighter, but it's just enough for the fact that you can read whatever's on your page, and then when you turn it off, it like slowly dims out, and it's, I don't know, for me it's kind of peaceful way to turn the light off. Also have an early bedtime, depending. Now this depends on who you are. Some people can go with like 4 hours of sleep and do great. For me, I need like 10 to 15 hours of sleep every single night. So my bedtime is actually 8 o'clock at night. I know that seems super early, but I love sleep and I love getting a good night's sleep. And I also like to get up super early. So I'm not missing out on any time because I get up at 5 o'clock in the morning. And if I go to sleep earlier, I don't feel so drowsed the next day. So get enough sleep. That is definitely a huge key. But again, that also depends on who you are. I mean, I know I have a friend who she can go all night without sleeping and get 2 hours of sleep, and she is perfectly ready to go at 5 o'clock in the morning. I don't know how she does it, but that's not me. I can't do that. I've tried. Trust me, I've tried to train my body to do that. I've tried to go to bed at 10 o'clock at night and then get up at 5 o'clock in the morning, and I'm just dragging all day long. It's not worth it, and then my immune system's down. So if your body isn't meant to do that, don't push your body to do something that it's not supposed to do. It's not good. Also, I am huge into essential oils, but I like to diffuse lavender and cedar wood. This combo just is kind of a relaxing combination, so it kind of helps me fall asleep a little bit faster, relax at night. I have it diffusing while I'm reading, and then it just kind of, like I said, it kind of gets me calming down and gets me headed in the right direction. So I also have a routine when I wake up. So of course, I give Sammy her belly scratches right before the alarm comes up, get up, make my bed, I drink an entire glass of water just because it's really good for you. So water is amazing and it helps you wake up also. And then again, also lay out your work clothes. I know that sounds repetitive, but when you pick that stuff out the night before, it's one less thing that you have to do in the morning, so you're not rushing, or if you're like me, picking out 5 different outfits and then they're all thrown on your bed and then you have to pick up, because I can't go to work unless my room is clean and my bed is made and my kitchen is clean. So the less that I have to pick up in the morning, the easier it is for me to get out the door, and that's still a hard thing for me to do. So right when you get up in the morning, begin your morning routine, whatever it is, whether it's to get dressed in your workout clothes, to go and work out, whatever it is. After that, start going, get in the shower, get ready, get going, bust up some music, continue drinking your water in the morning, but just get your morning routine going and keep with it every single morning. I used to be one of those people that I didn't have a morning routine, so it just was kind of like fumbling throughout the day, and then I was rushing to get out. And I like to sit there and have a cup of coffee in the morning and snuggle with Sammy, or work on my blog or read a book, something like that before I go to work. Just because then when you're at work, you can't do that stuff. So, it's kind of one of my ways that I can still incorporate that into my day, but I'm also not rushing out the door because, I had to down my coffee and burn my tongue. So a nutritional breakfast. This is key. Always have a nutritional breakfast. Whatever it is, make sure it's nutritional. Make sure that you're getting your breakfast. Breakfast is a huge thing in your day, especially when you're working out, especially when you're going throughout your day. it kind of just curbs your appetite a little bit more. It gets you going, it gets your energy going. And so for me, I'll have, whether it's a protein shake, which I add like bananas and strawberries and maybe some chia seeds, you know, that kind of stuff just to get me going. Or it's eggs and turkey bacon. And again, pack your lunch the night before. This is super key. Have your lunch ready to go. I have it already in my lunch box in the fridge. So all I have to do is grab my lunch box and get going, because I like to make tea before I go to work also. So I like my cup of coffee, and then I have a thing of tea, and so I'm making that in the morning also. So one less thing I have to do is put my lunch together. Then I'm out the door, and you want to know what? It's one less thing to worry about. So those are just a couple of tips and tricks that I use. Hopefully those help you. For me, having a good morning routine, getting up in the morning, that kind of stuff, it just sets my day in the right direction. It helps with my anxiety. It helps with a lot of things. It keeps me from being anxious throughout the day, thinking, oh, I forgot to do this morning, or did I turn off my coffee pot? Did I put away the dishes? You know, those kind of things stick in my head, and so then I'm thinking about them all throughout the day, and I'm not thinking about work. So it keeps my stress level down. It just keeps me going, and I think that it's an amazing way to start your day. When you have a good morning routine, when not feeling rushed, it just keeps you from being cranky. It keeps you from just not wanting to be here, you know, at work, that kind of stuff. So it definitely helps in retrospect in that direction. So I hope you guys enjoyed. I hope that some of these tips and tricks help you guys. Please let me know in the comments below which tips and tricks have helped you guys. And if you haven't already, please like this video. And again, if you haven't already, please subscribe to my YouTube channel. So I'm believing that they're somewhere in this vicinity. That's why I'm pointing down to them. So, and if you guys have any other tips and tricks, things that have helped you guys in the morning, please let me know. I'm always love just like figuring out even better ways to have a more relaxing morning, a better morning, a more routine, that kind of stuff. So with that said, I will chat to you guys later. Bye guys.